I have a good one for this, so I'm pretty excited. So let's talk about specifically your favorite song introduction of a cartoon. Like that just the song. Now, not without the visuals or something, because that changes my answer. Just
Yeah,
like the song. The
just
one that
the
sticks in
actual
your head.
song.
Yeah. All right.
I
Take it
don't,
away, buddy.
man, I don't want to pick like the most basic answer,
Yeah,
but
but
like the way
good
you
answer.
worded that, I thought we were just gonna be talking about ones that like bopped.
Well,
But
name some
like
pop.
no, but like you said my favorite one, like my favorite one, like the one that encapsulated my childhood is definitely the Pokemon theme song. I can't
yeah.
not mention that.
Who
But
even the let's
Yeah.
go past the Pokemon theme song. Even the Pokemon rap still
Oh, the
bops in my head
Pokerap.
sometimes. I'm like,
I can
Yeah.
do the beginning of it. I don't remember the rest, but I can do like the first
that
like
was next
6
level.
or 8. Like,
Let me hear
it. Electro, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Rattata. Oh shit, no. Oh well, I had it.
Hey, you made it a couple in.
yeah,
And Pharaoh
farther
and
than I
Pidgey are
would've.
there, but
I think all of them are there.
yeah, they were there.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
I just
but what
was
I
gonna say the first one that came to my head. You know,
Was it Pokemon?
like no, it was Fairly Odd Parents. That's the
Oh
first
man,
first one that popped in my head whenever I get asked that question is the Fairly Odd Parents theme song. It's just
Yeah.
it's fire the whole thing,
It
the whole
is
time.
fire.
And you remember it still to this day.
They
And
spitting the whole time.
it's gibberish and you remember it. Like the green moose wappa juice, giant snake birthday cake,
Giant
try
cake,
chocolate shake.
chocolate
Like
shake.
you remember the whole thing, man.
yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite childhood cartoons.
I wouldn't say the
saying.
theme song. I think there's a song in that show though that bops more than the theme song, and that's
Oh,
anything
Shiny
by
Tea.
Chip Skylark. Yeah,
Anything.
Shiny
yeah.
Tea
Shiny
and
Tea.
Me.
Shiny teeth.
I still think about that song
That's
to
it.
this day. Shiny Tea.
I'm brushing
Shiny
Olivia's
teeth
into like
because-
brushing her teeth right now.
running around.
And I just
from,
sang that
like,
the other day.
girl-
That's
The
awesome.
first thing that came to my mind was the Flintstones, to be honest.
Really?
Like the Flintstones theme
What?
song came to my head. Yeah,
that's
like
one
that
I wouldn't expect.
that or like the Scooby Doo, because like that was
Oh,
very
yeah.
like so
Scooby-Doo.
like 60s, and it's like a jam band singing the theme song.
Yeah,
It
the
was
the Scooby Doo one comes to my mind.
Yeah, but for some reason Flintstones came into my mind. But other than like that's like cartoon, but like theme song, like I would probably pick like for some reason the Full House theme song sticks in my head
Oh, yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Like when I think of
there's
theme
that
songs, it's like Full House, like Family Matters,
Fresh Prince.
and like
Me
I
and
think of
Vernon's
those theme
answer.
songs.
I
Fresh,
could just
oh,
think
dude,
of
Fresh
Full
Prince is,
House.
like,
If we're gonna
Just-
pick just theme songs, me and Vernon answer probably match. It's the George Lopez show.
Oh man,
Ooh.
Lowrider.
Yeah, man, just like
No, that's not my favorite TV show's theme song. Well, if we're talking just strictly theme songs,
yeah, I'm
Like-
talking strictly theme songs
yeah.
Man,
because
like any show theme song.
well, hold on, let me answer the cartoon
Okay,
one
yeah.
before we get
What's
too
the cartoon
far.
one?
We can move on because if we were
Yeah,
gonna
I was
pick
like, I didn't know we
any,
were on that. Like I thought we were on
Yeah.
cartoons.
if we were
Childhood
gonna pick,
cartoons.
if we were gonna pick it where it didn't matter whether the music, like I solely picked music because if it was just my favorite theme song, it'd be the Batman theme song from like the old '90s cartoon.
Mm.
Like just
Yeah,
the
the animated
visuals
series.
really get me on that. But if we're talking just music, I'm down to two, and it's either DuckTales because I
Ooh.
fucking love the
Woo.
DuckTales. Woo. Dun, 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 dun,
That is a
dun,
good
dun,
one.
dun, dun, dun. That's a bop. That's a bop, and I can listen to it forever. And the X-Men theme song just has it's way harder than it has any right to be.
Yeah,
That's just like it's got this power fucking guitar in it, just like
Yeah,
just
it was
jamming.
awesome. I feel
Way
like
harder.
every theme song back in the day was like a bop, though. Like
Mhm.
they
I do
don't
feel
make
like
them
they
like
were
they
better.
used to. Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
no. I got another good one. We talked about Captain Planet before this started, but
Oh, yeah.
Freakazoid.
Oh my
You
god.
remember Freakazoid?
Freakazoid.
I can't believe you actually remember Freakazoid.
I can't believe you
As a-
said Freakazoid.
I own Freakazoid over there, and I remember when me and Y were in high school, I brought it to his house after I bought it, and I was like, "Yo, I purchased Freakazoid." We got like 3 episodes in, we're like, "This is weird." It was weird, man. But I have fond memories of it as a child.
yeah,
I know.
love
Like,
it.
As an
The
adult,
theme
I'm
song.
like,
Honestly, I think I remember the theme song
Freakazoid.
more than any part of
Freakazoid.
the show at all.
"Oh, the
Yeah.
show is weird. It's like a social commentary. It's got like It like is always breaking the fourth wall to like talk about like politics and like pop culture relevance and stuff. And I'm just like, this is weird.
Same way with like Animaniacs.
Oh, yeah.
Animaniacs was so
They had a
the
good theme song too, though.
Mhm.
They did have a theme song. That's not one I
Yeah.
fondly remember though.
Oh,
Game of Thrones comes to mind, but that's because I listened to so much
Can't
of
we
it.
get through one episode? Just
that's
one.
it.
The theme
You
song's
asked favorite
good.
show, like Game of
It's
Thrones.
a good song.
That's it. Game
That
of Thrones.
that one pumps you up every episode, and the it looks the same, but every episode it shows where the map, and you know where you're gonna be that whole episode.
Like,
You don't even
"Ooh,
have
we're
to,
gonna be
like-
in Winterfell's episode.
Yeah.
God.
And no lie, Evan knows this now too. The Westworld theme song is
Oh
pretty
my
tight,
god!
too.
I think I was telling. So I'm gonna save this.
I mean,
for
it's
a
the
later
same
topic.
composer, but like
It's
that
the same
theme
dude.
song is
I'm gonna
dope.
save this for Vernon's topic that he had. But yeah, Westworld's theme song is up there. But I don't know. It's overall music might be good. Really good.
You're all wrong. The best theme song, even though the show might not be the best, is Friends, because that theme song claps.
I do like the
Wait,
Friends
because it
song.
actually claps.
It literally claps. 3 times.
I wouldn't.
I don't
put that
even-
in
I don't
my
even
top
love-
theme
Yeah,
songs.
I don't
It's
even love
four.
Friends, but like everybody knows it. You know, that's the one that like if it plays, you know it. You know
Mhm.
exactly
Yeah.
what it's from.
Exactly. You know what you're watching when that
You
song
know
comes.
exactly. I don't have to see it. I know it.
We watched so much of The Office while Brittany was pregnant with Olivia. She actually knows it. Like she knows the Office theme song. When it comes on, she stops and she's like, "What's that?"
What's that?
I think it's ingrained in her brain. Like she just knows it. That's
Like when
that
you
might be
listen
one
to
of my favorites
Beethoven.
too.
when you're a kid.
What-
It's a little too. I mean, to be on my favorite, it's a little too simple. Not that I don't like The Office. And the theme song's good. I think because you like the show
I
so
just
much.
think I
you're
like the show so much.
Yeah,
It
you
pumps
just
me up
like-
for it. It's got that like
Yeah, that bass
Mhm.
drum.
yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
one.
That is a
My-
good. That's a bop.
My favorite show with like visuals and everything, other than Batman, because I already said it. If I'm gonna talk about how I like the visual style and the music, and I'm going back to cartoons because I like watch a lot of them. I think Samurai Jack, man, like I think it's
Yeah.
just it puts you
Even
in.
over to X-Men. X-Men is like was
Yeah.
awesome with that
Just
with the song and the visuals.
Yeah, it just lets you know what you're in for, man. And it kind of
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
it like starts off all like classical with like that like Aku like introducing it, and then it just like switches that like
Yep.
funky futuristic, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Samurai in the future, and it's dope.
You're right. It does. It's
It
like,
is.
Yeah, that is a good
Let's
one.
know what you're in for.
man.
Like I know we didn't grow up in that time, but I always loved like the 70s theme songs to shows where it was just like congas with like trumpets and then like all guitar with a wah pedals and like the hi-hat to and it was like wacka, 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 wacka. I love
Like
those
a
type of
70s
theme
show
songs.
transition, like womp, womp.
Oh,
Dude,
I
like,
love that 70s
Every
transition.
like and then there's flutes in there, like those 70 theme songs were dope. Like I don't
They
know,
had
they
layers.
just they hit way different. Yeah, exactly. It was actually like these like just some dudes they brought in. They're like, all right, just jam for a minute. We'll get a theme song.
All right, man, cool, cool.
It was probably the same band or whatever group of people making all these theme songs.
Yeah, they just
We'll
chilled
throw
out
some
for like 8
titles on it.
hours.
Good.
Yeah, they chilled out for like 8 hours and just recorded, and people just like started snipping it.
They picked
Yeah.
like 30 seconds out of the whole 8-hour session.
Speaking of like 70s, but that 70s show's theme song is pretty dope though too.
Yeah, that 70s
Yeah,
show
that's
theme
good.
song is really good. I'm gonna say Westworld's music is better than Game of Thrones overall.
Yeah.
Overall,
I agree.
because it's the same, but it's modern. You know, like it is the same composer. So
Yeah,
Like-
but I mean, overall, I think so. But there's parts in Game of Thrones where the music like interacts with a scene where you're like, "That's perfect."
Reigns of
Like,
Castamere.
that
Yeah.
well, that and like spoilers, the death of Jon Snow. The music that plays there at the end of that is just like is great.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Westworld.
gonna say. I didn't know we were gonna even do the last one where like just giving like Game of Thrones just came
Yeah.
up. But my answer for this was gonna be Game of Thrones for the overall just score of all the episodes. Like every season's different. I know I used to play The Witcher and put that on in the background and turn The Witcher's
You got
music
me to
off.
do
I
that too.
remember you
You're the one that
telling
told
me
me about that.
Perfectly. It fits so perfectly. And I listened to seasons and seasons of it away from the show even just because of
Yeah.
that. And like so that was easily my pick. And I was gonna pick for movies. I love like specifically like, and I know you guys would be like, oh, of course. But like Infinity War and Endgame's music is just like epic as shit. I love like just the certain scene, like when Cap
Yeah.
gets to him, or just when like in every certain scene, there's like some epicness to it, and just the music's iconic, and I just love that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go with like the cliche movie music, and I'm gonna say like anything John Williams, like Star Wars, Jurassic Park,
Hell
Indiana
yes.
Jones, like classic shit like that. Like that
Recognizable
music,
stuff.
exactly. It's recognizable. Like it just like right there. It's like it's recognizable to pretty much everybody. Like it just sticks in your head.
Yeah, like even if you don't know much about
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, like
And it's
you
not
know
even
the
like just like the
music you hear it.
main. Yeah, it's not even just the main theme songs though. Like even just during like the action sequences, like it fits perfectly. Like
And it's still
like I just
it's still uniquely that
Yeah.
movie, like or that
Exactly.
series or something, you know.
like
But
the
you can
movies
tell it's
that his music is in, it wouldn't be the same.
Mm,
Yeah.
I
And I would
agree
also
with
say
that.
like Danny Elfman too. Danny Elfman's music in movies is great too.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I love Danny Elfman music. I mean, I'm the same with movies. Star Wars is, I mean, I know it's so basic, but like it's people know Star Wars music. And like you said, you've never had to see the movie to know what it is. Like
Mhm.
I play the Imperial March or Darth Vader's music, like, you know exactly what's happening and exactly what's about to happen, and I think that makes a good movie, like a music score for a movie.
Yeah.
It
Now
paints a scene for you with just
exactly.
the music.
Now,
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
well, you guys were talking about Game of Thrones, and that I do like some like ambiance music where it does paint a scene like that. But I'd have to say my favorite soundtracks, and this might just be because I'm watching it currently, but I have two that I love. Umbrella Academy on Netflix has a fantastic soundtrack that goes with it, and it's probably because the lead singer of My Chemical Romance is so involved with the show that he picks
Mhm.
just great music to go with some of these scenes where you're just like, oh, this is so good.
Mhm.
And there's an also show called The End of the Fucking World. I don't know if you guys ever seen
I
it.
watched that.
I've heard about
Yeah.
it.
I watched
It
that with Brittany.
it
Yeah.
also has just some just real like great music to
Mhm.
go with it, and I highly suggest both of those shows, if only for the music.
Mhm.
People really got like, I think that's an art form to match visuals to music. So
That show's
Oh,
weird though.
definitely.
oh, that show's weird. That show is
It's awkward comedy.
it's awkward, but
Yeah.
it's fine. But the music's great.
Yeah,
The
it's
music's
really good.
fantastic.
I was gonna switch my answer because like I just thought of it. Like I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier. One man, and his name is John Carpenter.
Uh,
Of course.
Any fucking movie that he makes, that he does the music on, is amazing. Because like his music, I've actually sat down and listened to outside of the movies, and I feel like John Williams, I wouldn't do that. But like John Carpenter is just like dark and like synth heavy, and it's
Synth,
like
yeah.
I don't know, like Escape
John
from New
Carpenter
York's
loves the
music.
synth. It's like John Carpenter in a
Oh my
room with a
God.
synth.
Yeah, the Fog's soundtrack, like Escape from New York, The Thing. Oh my gosh, every one of those. Halloween.
The Dun Dun from The Thing is like, and I don't know if we've talked about this before, but The Thing is one of my favorite horror movies. But
Oh
the
yeah.
the Dun Dun from The Thing is so atmospheric for me that it puts me in the mood that no other movie soundtrack,
Yeah.
especially wise, puts me in. Like, I know I'm in the mood for The Thing, and I've actually never seen the remake. Why, you might be able to answer that. If they didn't move any of that original score over, they made a mistake. And I know that movie made tons of mistakes, which
I
is why
only
I haven't
saw
seen.
it once. I don't think they did though.
Like, you made a mistake. It's like when they remade Halloween. Like, you gotta put, even if it's just a snit of it, you gotta
Yeah.
put some
Like
of
as
that.
a homage.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
put some of that. Like, the music for Halloween is so good. You gotta,
Oh my God.
gotta give me a bit
Exactly.
of it.
And I think like just how like John Williams is great at like the action movies and stuff like that. Like John Carpenter is with like horror and thriller types, where it's like he like puts you in the movie. Like every
Did
movie.
John Williams do Jaws, or is that not him?
It
I feel
might have been. I think it might have been.
which
Yeah.
is one of the greatest. Like everybody knows that.
Sticks with Spielberg.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that. Like that
That is like
progression.
the theme song for Sharks.
Yeah, exactly. Sharks have their own.
Swimming
theme
around with my son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like-
shark!
Yeah.
No,
That's
he's
something
probably
like
never
kids
seen
know
Jaws in his
before
life.
they even
Has
like
seen
ever
Jaws.
see
He
it.
loves Jaws.
Yeah.
He loves Jaws.
Yeah.
And I haven't
Like
seen
there's
Jaws in a
people
while.
that know it that have never seen Jaws, just like the
You know the
fucking
songs.
yeah, just like the Psycho that like
Oh yeah,
like you may
Well,
now
people-
never see Psycho, but like you know the music.
Mhm.
Shameless-
It's been ripped off by so many like shows and stuff.
Shameless plug, but we just talked about that in the last episode of Tap That. We just talked about because Storm was like
Psycho.
Psycho, and I was like, yeah, you know the music, and he's like, oh yeah, I know that. And I
The
was like,
music in
You
that's
know
really
the
good
music?
too. I like the
That's how he
I
described
like the
it.
music in Psycho.
yeah, it's good.
hmm I mean anything Quentin Tarantino. It's not original music, but he like puts soundtracks together really well.
Yeah, I think Quentin Tarantino again. It's that art where you put. It's not even about being original. It's just about putting audio to video. Sometimes, like I think there is an art form of
Yeah.
what you're seeing versus what you're hearing, and it makes a connect.
It's easy to just throw any popular song in a movie.
Exactly.
But it takes a lot to take a popular song. I feel like if I see a movie trailer and it has like really popular music in it, I get kind of like, how are they actually going to incorporate this? But if they do it right, it can be really good. Like one of my examples for like a movie, like it's so lame, but like Forrest Gump has so many popular songs.
Oh yeah.
But they use
That
it
soundtrack,
perfectly.
yeah, that's
Use
amazing.
it in the
It's-
right moments.
It's
Yeah.
it's just popular songs
exactly.
throughout the decades, but they make sense throughout the entire movie, and that's
Another good movie for
Yeah.
that is Dazed and Confused. Like
Mhm.
they use the music in that perfectly throughout the whole movie.
This is going to be something none of you would expect me to say, but another good movie for that is Charlie's Angels, man. I'm telling you, that soundtrack is good. It's good, man. I listened to it when I was a kid. It was a good soundtrack. I was like, all right.
Oh, we're still talking good soundtrack. Now that I think about it, I mean, it's another lame one.
There's a lot of good
But
soundtracks, man.
Titanic's. I mean, Titanic is Titanic. Like, you can't have that movie without that soundtrack.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, the whole
Man.
theme, man, is just like
It's
it's essential
you
to it,
feel like you're on a boat in the 1900s. Like you feel like you are.
I'd have to say, Evan, I know you love Titanic, but that's my biggest complaint with Titanic is
Oh.
I don't think it takes me to that time period. I feel I feel like it's too modern. I feel like I'm just on a
Oh.
boat. Like I know the outfits and everything, and I'm not hating on Titanic.
No,
I
yeah, I
also love Titanic. But if I were to give it a critique, that would be my critique.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I know what
I
you're
don't-
saying though.
I don't
It
think
doesn't like feel like it puts you there.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it takes me to the 1900s,
Yeah.
I guess I don't really think about it that much, like of the time period. I just think about like,
Sure.
the boat. I think
And-
about
This
And it's a
boat going
great
down.
movie if you don't. This boat's going down.
this
boat's
boat's
sinking.
sinking.
I know this boat's fake.
But it's going down.
But it's an impressive fake boat. That is an impressive crash scene.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's behind the scenes of that.
The
Like
dude
they built like a
falling off and
whole
hitting the
boat.
propeller.
Yeah, they
the
basically
way
built a
down.
whole boat to sink it.
I mean,
I mean,
that
did
was
you
the
see
original
fucking
Titanic.
Christopher Nolan crashed a plane for Tenet.
Yeah, I did see that, man.
This motherfucker.
I heard it was cheaper than doing it CGI.
Yeah.
Probably, I'd imagine.
That's what
Isn't
they
that
said.
crazy?
They said that's why they did it.
I mean,
Yeah.
if,
Cheaper
you
that
were,
way.
if you were just gonna do a bare plane with just two, all you had to do is get it up kind of in the air and put it
Mm.
down.
I know
You
he
could've
got
made-
black for like crashing like a World War II plane whenever he was making that
Dunkirk.
Yeah. When people were pissed off, they're like, "What are you crashing a World War II plane for? Like that's history." He's like, "Hey, gotta make it realistic, man.
Shut up.
Art.
You
It's art. Do it for art, man."
You guys
What else
would
you
have
gonna?
complained if it was
This thing's just
CGI.
gonna sit in a museum. We could put it to use.
We could
Blow
blow
it
it up.
You could watch it get blown up 100 times on my film.
Yeah.
How many
You can
times are you
still
gonna visit
see
that
it. It's
museum?
on the movie.
And it's gone.
How many times you go
And it's
visit
gone.
that museum?
Better get this in one take.
That's what I think every time I hear about like crazy big budget like explosions like that. They have to get, and then you see movies like Tropic Thunder that make fun of messing up
Yeah.
whenever he comes through a carpet bombs, and he's like, no, and it's like all just timing's off, and it's like millions of dollars and a mistake, you know, just like
Yeah.
does
It
that
just takes one dude not to record.
yeah, like,
Like, I had the cap on. I'm
It's like,
How
sorry.
do you not have like 20 cameras trying to film this thing
Oh.
at once just to make sure you get a shot?
I bet you there's just so many
Really?
redundancies. That's why it doesn't happen as often, like, you know,
Yeah.
but I think about that type of stuff, like the plane explosion specifically. Like, how do you know you got exactly the type of shot you wanted? But like, I guess it doesn't matter because you only get one chance at it anyway. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just work with what you got at that point. I guess add in CGI, but you don't
Yeah.
need as much now.
You can add more explosions on top of it.
Add more explosions.
But
if
the
you need.
base explosion is real.
That's
Yeah.
how much you got.
Hard.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Lots
man.
of orange, lots of red.